Good evening, my beautiful Heart Train family. Welcome back to my channel, One Man, Three Hearts. Welcome to all of our OG subscribers, members, and all of our new viewers who are joining us for the first time tonight. My name is Christoph. It's so nice to meet and see all of you. For those of you that happen to be new, I am a 41-year-old, fully disabled quadriplegic on life support as a result of a very rare genetic condition called myofibrillar myopathy. Here on my channel, we aim to inspire, to motivate, and also to raise awareness and move myofibrillar myopathy forward. So we thank you all so much for joining us. If you're a new viewer, please hit that subscribe button. We would love to have you as part of our Heart Train family here on YouTube. Also, guys, please show some love in tonight's live by double tapping your screens. You can also hit that top right corner 3-dot drop down menu to like and thumbs up the live. We have Sophia with us in the chat this evening. How are you, Sophia? Alien Wolf is with us, joining us for our live tonight. Lefarius is here with us in the chat, kicking things off with some Ruby gifts. Guys, W's in the chat for Lefarius, who is already getting us off to a great start tonight. We also have our OG member and real housewife of One Man, Three Hearts, Miss Ellen Boazart, is with us this evening. How are you, honey? Lefarious Monster, thank you so much. You have been consistently showing so much love through the Ruby gifts here on YouTube for the last week. You are the Ruby MVP, my friend. Thank you so very much. Guys, please join me in showing some love and a big shout out to producer Jennifer Cascardo, producer of One Man Three Hearts platforms, co-content creator, the creator of the Heart Train, marketing strategist, the genius behind One Man Three Hearts platforms, and of course our live stream moderator that holds it down in all of our live stream chats. Guys, give it up for producer Jennifer Cascardo. Flood the chat with W's. Yes, indeed, producer Jennifer. Lefarious the Ruby Gift Monster. I love that. Hey, Marks, how are you? What's going on? Good evening, good evening. Welcome, guys. Welcome to tonight's live where we are discussing why, even with AI. So we're going to be discussing the various limitations that I have living with myofibrillar myopathy and being a fully disabled quadriplegic, and how I am navigating the world, my frustrations, but also some of the things that have been very helpful. Why, even with AI. So I want to thank you guys all so much for being here. Once again, your continued engagement here on our channel really helps us in our mission to move myofibrillar myopathy forward. We're so grateful for your continued participation here in our live streams, as well as all of you that are watching our videos all the way through, liking, commenting, sharing, and all of you that are visiting the support links in the bio description of our homepage. Tonight's live is sponsored by 5heartsmerch.com, the Culture Series. I am rocking our Culture Series design, but we have plenty of awesome swagger and merch for you to choose from up on our website. If you care to take a look, you can check out the quick link in our bio description of our homepage, or you can simply type in the number 5heartsmerch.com in your web browser and take a look at our site and see what merchandise you vibe with the most. Sika! What's up? How are you, buddy? Addison is with us in the chat. Hello, Addie. It's good to see you. CCAF, producer Jennifer and I, we would like to reconnect with you sometime this week just to further discuss the possibility of you volunteering your services. So we'll be in touch via email. CCAF, you are above the age of 18, correct? I just want to confirm that. Addison, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I hope that you're all enjoying a wonderful week so far. That things are off to a great start. Remember, if your week hasn't been that wonderful yet, you still have time to turn it around. We can always make things better. That's the beauty about life. As long as we have breath in our lungs, as long as our heart is beating, we have the opportunity to turn things around for the better. Absolutely, C-Cop. It would be so amazing for us to connect if you're available and if possible. Awesome! Perfect, C-Cop. C-Cop says absolutely. Please let me know whenever you need. Yes, I'm 25 strong. Beautiful. Jane, hello. Hello, welcome, welcome, guys. Cole AF says, hey friend, I hope you're having a beautiful start to your week. I popped in your live the other day but couldn't comment. Praying for your success and hope to support better when I can. Oh my gosh, thank you. Yes. So you probably joined us for our members only questions rally. It was a public live, but the members only chat was activated. Just because it was our members rally for the short documentary. Which, guys, producer Jennifer and I, we really would like to thank you so very much for your participation over our members rally this weekend. You guys really made it such a huge success. We're so happy to know that so many of our members took advantage of the free access code, that you guys were willing to leave a comment on Vimeo, because that's really, really helpful. We're also really thankful for everyone that joined the Q&A on Sunday. You guys had some fantastic questions. There were even a few questions that were first-time questions that I've never been asked before, so you guys really were thinking outside of the box. And that's really what we are hoping to do more of. You know, really get the conversation going about myofibrillar myopathy. Answer your questions and your curiosities about the condition, the disease. Bring more information to the forefront so that people are knowledgeable of what myofibrillar myopathy is. You see, even I have a hard time saying it. It's a mouthful. Hooray, hooray! Cole AF. I would love that, and I think that you will really enjoy it. Not only will you have a digital swagger membership star next to your name, but you'll also get access to priority response to comments, as well as exclusive content and members only lives. We currently have our members only lives on Thursday afternoons, so you'll be able to join in and be a part of that discussion. So just a little bit of background for those of you that may be new or just are not familiar with myofibrillar myopathy. That is the condition that I am living with. Specifically, I am living with the Desmond myopathy. There are 7 variations of myofibrillar myopathy, and my variation is the Desmond gene mutation. The way that myofibrillar myopathy presents itself is by gradually weakening the muscles over time. So far, my heart muscle, my diaphragm, my legs, my feet, my arms, shoulders, hands, neck, and even my throat muscles have all been affected by this disease. I am currently on life support as a result of my diaphragm muscle being weakened, which is the muscle that supports our lung function. Now, as I'm sure that many of you can imagine, living with such a disease has stripped me of a great deal of my independence. I have lost the ability to do so many things, including many of our basic survival functions. So, things like taking a shower, going to the bathroom, getting dressed, walking, standing, or even just being able to eat food. I do need the assistance of a 24/7 live in caretaker who does all of that for me. He is literally my hands and my feet. However, there's only so much that a caretaker can do. And even though I am so grateful to have the assistance and have all of that help, I still really want to be able to maintain a certain level of independence. It would be nice for me to be able to still do certain things on my own and not necessarily need somebody for every little thing. Not only do I need assistance in just my everyday overall quality of life, but also in terms of keeping me safe, having access to call for help in the event of an emergency, being able to have access to my phone. So things like that are also very important. And that's when artificial intelligence can come into play and really be helpful. Now, as we all know, with technology, there are also some shortcomings, and they're not always reliable. There will be glitches in technology. Sometimes we have issues where the technology that we have isn't working the way that we've set it to. So that brings us to the question of tonight's live. Why, even with AI? Now, I do not want to say that technology is bad by any means, because I truly believe that I am only alive because of the advances in medical technology, in scientific technology, especially because of the kind of surgeries that I've had. I've had transplants, which when I had my first heart transplant, it was virtually new to the medical field. It was not being performed as regularly and commonly as it is now. But even going back as far as 1990, when I first fell ill, it was a life saving pacemaker that saved my life. That technology, even though it was also in the early stages of being used in patients, we took the risk, and that is what has saved my life up until this day. Well, allowed me to live up until this day is what I should say. Why, even with AI? I also say that this is a great time for me to be alive because technology is advancing at such a rapid rate. I know had I been this debilitated, let's say even 20 years ago, I probably would not have survived just because there is so much more that is available to me now that helps with my safety, my overall quality of life, even something like us just being able to have access to a phone 24/7. Put it this way, I would not have been able to get to a landline 20 years ago or even reach a phone, even if it was at my bedside, because now I'm not strong enough to move my arms in that capacity. So I am grateful for the fact that technology has advanced to allow me to still be independent in some capacity, to still be able to connect with all of you, to have access to social media, to the internet, so that I could get information. I also have the ability to control a lot of the devices in my room from using my phone. Things like my television, my lighting, my fan. However, as I mentioned to you guys, now I am in a new stage of weakness progressing throughout my upper extremities. So my arms are severely affected, my hands, my shoulders, my neck. And so therefore, even with the assistive devices and the apps that are on my phone, I'm still having now difficulty navigating even those features which are meant to assist me. And so, like I said earlier, even though technology can be great, and there are so many things that are made to improve the way that we navigate our life and our experiences, it's not always 100% efficient and reliable. So, for someone like me who has difficulty now with using my hands, using pressure in my hands, so pressing down on certain buttons, I have a lot of difficulty with using things like my TV remote, even my telephone, being able to pick up my phone, being able to hold on to my phone for long periods of time. And I have shared with you guys that I've also lost the ability to feed myself, and so now I have to rely on the help of my caregiver to help me with all of my meals. There was a point, I would say, up until about a year ago, that even though I was severely weak and debilitated throughout most of my body, I was still able to do little things like pick up my phone from my lap. I was still able to use my phone while sitting in the wheelchair. And even the different functions and buttons on my phone, I was able to navigate without any issue or problem. I mentioned in a short that I recently posted that one of the things that I'm struggling with is reaching certain buttons and functions on my phone, especially in the far upper or lower corners. Now, producer Jennifer has been very helpful in helping me to research different assistive apps and equipment that can help me. And we have somebody who has been very, very helpful in the adaptive equipment and adaptive app world who has helped navigate some of those functions. However, like I said, even with some of these things that are meant to be helpful, there are still roadblocks for someone like me. For example, there is a feature which can help you to lower the top portion of your screen and bring it down to the middle or halfway down your screen. But the only way to activate that, as far as I'm aware, at the moment is by swiping the bottom corner of your screen. And as I just mentioned, I have trouble not just with the top of the screen, but the bottom corners as well. So on days that I'm feeling a little bit stronger and my hands are cooperating with me, I do find that very useful. The other night I was on the phone with producer Jennifer and I was working on editing something and I happened to bring the top of my screen down, and so that was very useful in that moment. But for example, today I was trying to do it and I just couldn't reach the bottom of the screen. So it would be nice if there are alternative measures to be able to do that. Maybe like tapping the middle of the screen to bring the screen down. As I said that, guys, I've been rewatching my live streams just to see how far I've progressed in terms of my speaking, to go back and revisit certain topics that we've discussed, to think about different topics I'd like to expand upon, and I notice that I say, so much when I'm talking. That is my verbal hesitation, or my version of the word. So I'm laughing because I just noticed that I did it again, and that's something that I really want to try to work on. Producer Jennifer said, Heart Trade Family, we have another wonderful family kindness being offered. CCAF has offered to assist with editing. This is a huge ask. You hear me describe and my further weakness. Yes, CCAF, we really, really would. We would. Another frustration that I have is that although voice activation has been very helpful, and it's actually saved me a great deal of times in the last several months, there are also glitches with that as well. For example, when I am here on a live stream, my voice activation cannot be alerted. It cannot distinguish the difference between when I am speaking with you or when I'm speaking to her. Also, if I am recording a video and I have my phone up on the stand like it is now, I cannot use the voice activation when I open the camera app because, again, she cannot distinguish between what I'm speaking into the camera and what I'm directing at her. I personally feel like anytime I use the command for my voice activation, it should become alerted. Also, I have a lot of trouble when using voice activation to type out my texts. It's not always very understanding of what I'm trying to say, or if I'm trying to include punctuation, being that I'm a writer. I'm a stickler for punctuation, and my voice activation doesn't always understand those commands. For example, something as simple as typing out something in all caps, like move MFM. I'll say all caps, move MFM, and it will literally type out all caps and then the letters MFM. Move MFM. United States of America. Yo! What's up? How are you? It's so perfect because I'm wearing my culture shirt this evening, representing for the United States. Yes, we have had a few countries here. It's been amazing. United States of America, it is an honor. Right, Chris JFK. JFK has been too silent lately. Hope he's okay. I know, me too. Me too. We have that happen quite a lot with a few of our passengers. They go quiet, and then when they come back, we find out that something happened. She's a slut mess. How are you? How are you? And so, chat, being a fully disabled quadriplegic on life support, I'm here to tell you that while technology and the advancements in equipment has been tremendous and absolutely remarkable, there are still things that are very difficult for someone like me to be able to use and navigate. So we are asking anybody out there, anybody in the world who has access or works with adaptability equipment or apps, Anybody who could provide any additional research to what producer Jennifer and I have been doing in terms of things that can help someone like me living with myofibrillar myopathy, we would really, really appreciate that. In addition, if we have any physicians aboard the Heart Train that are interested in the lack of research and helping us to build upon that for myofibrillar myopathy, someone who would be interested in spotlighting the disease and all of the challenges that are involved, the intricacies of how the disease itself works and how it affects the human body, we would really appreciate your participation as well. So we invite anybody that is willing, somebody like CCOP who is willing to volunteer services, especially in the areas of app development as well as research and development. We would really, really appreciate your assistance, participation, and volunteering. Chosen Light, how are you? How are you, my friend? Yes, absolutely, Heart Train. We would really appreciate any and all assistance, whatever it may be. If you have knowledge, if you're in app development, the better. That would be great. Because I can't for the life of me figure out why we cannot make certain things just a little bit more accessible. The challenges that I face specifically are the fact that I cannot use my arms and my hands. I do not have strength in my hands to, let's say, press down on a button, an emergency response bell, or even to ring a bell. I'm not strong enough to do that. I would have to have something on a string. Producer Jennifer has suggested that a bell that would be maybe somewhere that I could hit with my head or my hand. We're still trying to navigate the logistics of how that would work. But that's why we say that even just putting ideas out there, brainstorming is great because that can eventually lead to a solution down the line. I also have issues because when my trach cup is closed at night, I'm not able to voice. And so a lot of assistive devices rely on voice activation. For example, my phone. But what happens when a person cannot use their voice or their hands? What is the solution for that? How does somebody who cannot call for help or use voice activation assistance, somebody that cannot move their body, how do they call for help in an emergency situation? Mercy! Oh my gosh, it has been a while. Good to see you though. Oh my gosh, we're always so happy to have our return viewers come back and join us. Producer Jennifer is suggesting tie around my ear for when I'm sleeping. With vent, there is zero voice usage. Yeah, I think that could work because I do still have the ability to move my head. The thing is that I would have to keep very still throughout the rest of the night. But I don't think that would be too much of an issue. Now, chat. There are certain devices out there that could be of great value. Things like machines or apps that are guided through the gaze of your eye. There are certain applications that are highly sensitive and can be used through just the simple gaze of your eye. There are devices out there that are used to help with eating. You literally set up your plate, you place the device in front of your plate, and it will scoop the food and feed you. There is a robotic arm that can be attached to my wheelchair that can assist with things like feeding me, with grooming, with giving me a drink, or even helping me with grabbing certain things that are out of reach. Can you guess what the number one problem is all around with all of these extremely beneficial devices? I'll give you one guess what the one universal issue is with all of these great apparatuses. Sam, hello. Hello, Seacup? Exactly. The cost. While all of these devices are incredible and can truly help somebody in my position, they are extremely expensive and inaffordable. Why is that? I have no idea. Not only that, the items which are covered by insurance, it is so difficult, almost impossible, to get covered and to get cleared for payment. I have been denied, denied repeatedly coverage of these very life saving devices. I spent several weeks in physical therapy and occupational therapy last summer. I was fully evaluated, literally from head to toe, and I was still denied the robotic arm that attaches to the wheelchair. I was denied the assistive eating device. And when I looked up the cost out of pocket, it was more than several months of my rent, which I still can't afford on my own. So if I could barely afford my rent, my utilities, my caretaker, how am I expected to afford a multi-thousand-dollar piece of equipment to help with my overall quality of life? There is something wrong with this system. There is something wrong with the fact that it costs so much for us as human beings to maintain our health and survival. It should not be this difficult for us to survive. It shouldn't be this challenging for us to have access to things that could possibly help improve our quality of life and our life experience. Sam, yes, okay, great, great, I'm so happy. So the meta glasses, that is a great suggestion, and I was actually gifted that for the holiday season. I'm still learning and getting adjusted to how to use them. The two complaints that I have so far: one, the battery life is very short. Two, because of my neck weakness and my head being tilted, I'm still trying to figure out how to adjust for that head tilt when I take photos and video, because right now everything is coming out very crooked. So again, this is where the question comes in. Why, even with AI? It's as if we have come a few steps ahead, but we're not quite all the way there yet. And while these devices can be very useful for somebody who is not quite as debilitated as I am. What do we have in place for somebody that is fully disabled? As a quadriplegic, as a paralytic, somebody that cannot speak, somebody that cannot voice, somebody, let's say somebody who has virtually no function whatsoever. What then? And Ali, what's going on? How are you? Welcome to tonight's live stream chat. It's so good to see you. Welcome back. We love to have our return viewers in the chat. Girls get hiccups too. Aloha. How are you? I'm doing well. I'm doing very, very well, honey. Emmanuel? Can you just push me over, please? Thank you. And can I actually put the towel under my elbow? Thank you. Thanks. That's good. Thank you. Stop and smile. How are you? Good to see you. Stop and smile. Let's talk about another frustration that I've been dealing with. My power wheelchair. The power wheelchair, I'll never forget that moment when I first got it. A bunch of my family members came together, chipped in, and got me the power wheelchair because they really wanted me to have more independence. You see, being in the wheelchair, well, initially, one of the things that frustrated me the most was that I would be stuck in one place unless somebody came to physically move me, and I always had to ask somebody, hey, can you move me over to the dinner table? Can you move me into the living room? By having a power wheelchair, I was able to zip around wherever I wanted to. Even when producer Jennifer and I first met and she saw a video of me in the wheelchair, she was cracking up about, the way that I just zip around. And I was like Speedy Gonzalez, a NASCAR driver in my power wheelchair. And so while that form of technology is quite incredible and has allowed me several years of independence, despite being wheelchair bound, I'm now at the point where, because of the progressing weakness in my hands, I'm having difficulty navigating the joystick of my wheelchair now as well. Especially when my hands get cold. So, like in the winter months, my hands will freeze up when they get cold and they don't work at all. I have difficulty specifically with certain functions like reversing. So when I go into the elevator of my building, or when I am trying to come out of my conversion van, sometimes my caregiver will have to assist me by pressing the joystick to help me. And so, again, I ask you, what happens for someone like me who is losing the ability to navigate the wheelchair joystick, but I still would like to be able to enjoy that degree of independence. I still would love to be able to navigate a space on my own. Emmanuel? Producer Jennifer, I know, right? I need a horror. Yes, girls get hiccups too. Can you just fix my arm for me? Can you just bring it over? Thank you. You can leave it down. Yeah, can I bring this one over too? Thank you. Yes, perfect. Thank you. I'm really sad because For example, over the wheelchair, after jumping through hoops, I was finally approved for that fancy new wheelchair that our members got to see in the members only exclusive post. But I shared that with you guys over my birthday that I received this brand new Cadillac of a wheelchair. However, once I transferred into it, I realized that there are so many amazing functions to elevate the wheelchair, to recline the wheelchair, to change the pressure of the seat so that you don't develop bed sores. I've told you guys that sometimes sitting hours in this chair, I have to get back into bed just because it's a little too painful on my tailbone. And that wheelchair has all of those accessibility functions to be able to make me more comfortable and more at ease, and yet I'm now at the point where I'm not strong enough to be able to navigate those buttons. The buttons are press buttons, and the joystick as well, and so why is it that I am a disabled quadriplegic getting placed in a wheelchair that has all of these accessibility functions that I cannot use because I'm too weak? That does not make sense. Why? Why, even with AI, am I still in a position where I am so limited? Thank you, producer Jennifer. Oh my god, producer Jennifer and I, when I tell you we are so in sync and aligned, it's either I say it as she's typing it or producer Jennifer types it before I say it. So, with this wheelchair, there is also a setup that is meant to assist with my neck weakness, to help me to see straight up, to be able to pan a room, to be able to make eye contact in conversation with people. And yet, 10 minutes into having the head strap on, I have a whopping headache. I have a huge mark on my head from the pressure. It's so painful. And I'm not able to tolerate being in that position for, let's say, more than 15, 20 minutes. So, why is something that is meant to help one situation causing me issues in another area? This is the paradox that we are still working through. And as I said earlier in tonight's live, technology has made so many incredible advancements. It's why I'm alive today. And I'm so grateful for so many of the things that I have in place that really truly help to make my life easier. Things like home delivery, things like being able to get my groceries delivered to my front door, or being able to have other necessary equipment delivered to my home, to have my medical equipment delivered regularly, to have now an app where I can schedule blood work at my bedside. Let's say I want to have my blood drawn next week, Tuesday. I can schedule and have a technician come to my apartment and draw my blood. That was something that was not possible 15, 20 years ago. I have to physically go into a hospital for something like that. And so all of that is wonderful. My point is that we still have to push it further. We still have a long ways to go in order to service an entire community of people who are limited like myself. My husband uses a powered wheelchair, and we got a stair lifter pretty soon. Thank you to the VA. They got him a new shower and toilet, and we got him a helper dog. Wow, that's amazing, Jane. That's so great. And I'm really happy for when the system does work, when the system is helpful. But like I said, there is still so much more to be done, and that's what producer Jennifer and I hope to achieve. Producer Jennifer and I, we want to expand that conversation. We want to be able to provide assistance and help to those people that really need it, those people that, these things do not benefit. Maria, how are you? Welcome, Maria. Good evening, good evening. And I have to say, chat, my true love and passion is my creativity, graphics design, free expression, being able to create content for all of you, to be able to connect with you guys through my humor, through my storytelling, and through the creativity that I've shared here with producer Jennifer Cascardo. And so to lose so much of the ability to edit and to be able to create content for all of you guys, that is one of the things that has hurt me the most. But I am very grateful that in the last couple years, producer Jennifer and I together have created some truly masterful pieces of content, some great videos, shorts for all of you guys to enjoy, and those are timeless. Those are things that I'll be able to look back on with pride for the rest of my life. Hello, Ann Roberts. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. It's good to see you. Always comes down to the cost. Absolutely, CCAP. And I don't think that that should be the case when it comes to our health. I can understand cost when it comes to the frivolous things in life, buying a mansion, buying an expensive car, even buying nice clothes. But for us to be able to survive and live, that just does not seem right. And unfortunately, that is where most of the money is made in healthcare, in the treatment. You've ever heard that expression? There's no treatment in the cure. I mean, there's more money in the treatment, not the cure. Yes, yes, absolutely. Producer Jennifer said, there you go. Leaving legacy and a heart train that is growing. Love digitally worldwide. For me, I truly love being able to dive into a project, being creative, adding all the bells and whistles. I am such a perfectionist and I definitely have OCD, so it frustrates me when I can't do certain things anymore, when certain features on the phone are just too hard for me to access or navigate. Also, if I am working on something for a certain amount of time, let's say a thumbnail picture for you guys, or editing a short or a long video, after about 15-20 minutes of using the phone, my fingers get tired. So as I start, my hands are very energetic and I'm able to do so much. And I'm really excited. And then gradually I start to lose momentum and start to lose strength. And then I get frustrated. You should see me. The behind the scenes is hilarious. I grunt and I curse and I scream at my phone. I scream at poor Siri when things are not cooperating with me. I've had moments where I have composed an entire post for you guys, and then when I go to post it, my hand slips and I erase the entire message. Thankfully, I'm always so grateful when an app has an undo button. YouTube needs an undo button, like a back button when you make a mistake like that, because it really can be so awful. I curse to myself. And my curses might not be what your curses are. Like, oh dang it. Oh crud. Oh my gosh, producer Jennifer, absolutely. I definitely still giggle at my popularity and worldwide reach. Often I am in disbelief that this is about me. It's so hard to believe that this is my story and that I am actively living out my dream. Don't fiddlesticks. Yes, exactly. That's my version of cursing. Yvonne! Good evening, honey. Good evening. Another thing that is really difficult for me on the phone is zooming, taking text, making text larger, making a picture larger or smaller. I have a lot of difficulty with that, and I'm trying to find the accessibility feature that can help me with that. I have a lot of difficulty hitting the return button, the space button, switching from punctuation and numbers to letters, or switching over to emojis. That's really difficult for me as well. I can no longer use the buttons on the side of my phone. Thankfully, the contact that producer Jennifer put me in touch with shared with me some accessibility features so that I have now turned those buttons on the side of my phone into a touchscreen button. So there is a little circle, it's a little gray circle on my phone, for example, screenshotting. Most of you, depending on what phone you have to squeeze the buttons on the side of your phone to screenshot, correct? Well, me, I'm not strong enough to do so anymore. I lost that ability about a year ago. And so now, thankfully, to producer Jennifer's contact, I was able to double tap the screen, and that's the way I screenshot. Shout out to Joey. Joey, big help, my friend, and I cannot wait to continue learning more. Thankful to you and producer Jennifer for you guys doing so much research to find out different ways to assist me, to help me to make things easier so that I can continue to do the things that I love and enjoy. You know, as somebody living with this rare disease, I can't tell you how much having a sense of purpose has helped me to cope. Feeling like my life means something, it just gives all of the pain and the suffering purpose. Producers, like, guys, this you can imagine. Producer Jennifer cracks me up. I curse in I-95 style. Oops. I can't. I can't, bro. Like, so awesome. Gene! Hi, what's up? Hello, neighbor. I'm over here in Jersey. Yes, congrats to the Eagles. Congrats, you guys. Champs. Champs in the house. Oh my gosh, guys. Let's talk about my bed. Did you guys see that video? Are you afraid of dying? Okay, the bed I control with an app, and the thing has a mind of its own. I can't tell you how many times I'm in bed. I open the app, I don't touch anything, and the bed is ready to attack me. The thing has a mind of its own. It starts moving, and it will not stop. Please check out that video if you have not seen it already. Are you afraid of dying? It's an experience that I'm telling you is one for the books. Guys, I'm going to take my 10 p.m. meds really quick. Okay, now would be a great time to check out those support links in the bio. You could also join my members. Just give me a couple minutes. Lucy, what's going on? How are you? Guys, if you're new here, please sub up, baby. Hit that subscribe button. And also, if you have not already, please hit that like button by double tapping your screens or hitting the top right corner three dot drop down menu. Put my head back for a second first. Thank you. Off you go. There we go. Producer Jennifer, I'm swallowing with only one side of my neck again. One side of my throat again. Emerald Kai! What's going on? No, sorry, I was just trying to get my meds down. Yes, listen. Okay, guys, first of all, I want to explain to you how change is possible and how the power of speaking up. So, some of you have noticed that in recent months I've been having difficulty swallowing my pills. In particular, because there is two large pills that I take last. One of them is a fish oil supplement, and one of them is for my anti-rejection. The anti-rejection is critical. I can't miss that. And so it's very, very important for my health. The fish oil, if I don't take it a couple times, it won't do anything terrible. But again, the anti-rejection is something that I can't miss. And so it's unfortunate that it's so large because there's no way getting around it. Sometimes you might notice I'll signal to my caregiver I won't take the last pill. I'll forego taking the fish oil if I notice that I'm having trouble with the others. I take my pills with applesauce. Now, I mentioned this to my medical team and I told them, listen, I know this is a critical pill, but it's really dangerous because it's getting harder and harder for me to swallow. And I have to take that pill twice a day, 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. Well, I brought enough, and I told them, listen, this is not safe at all. The last couple times I really was on the verge of choking. And so now they have contacted the pharmacy, and the pharmacy was now able to administer it in 3 tiny bullets. Four tiny bullets instead of the one large pill. I'm like, I'll take it. I don't have a problem swallowing pills in general, but this one, if I should show you guys one day, it's really a horse pill. It's astronomical. Yvonne, okay, here's a great suggestion. Mash them up to powder form and put them in applesauce. I have tried that. It tastes absolutely disgusting though. My pills are very strong and the gel tablets are not mashable. I really don't have an issue taking the smaller tablets. It's just the large sized pills. Alex and Nyla, what's up? How are you? Good to see you. Happy Tuesday, Moosey. Good. Adriana, what's going on? Sending you love too. Good. Alex, I hope you're feeling better. I hope your mindset is better. You're more at peace. That you're calmer. That you're not feeling so stressed. Right, Ellen? The crushed pills, that taste lingers too. It would be one thing if it was just like bad in the moment, but because the powder and the pills are so strong, it stays with me for at least an hour or so. So I'd rather swallow because I have the ability to. I'm also very grateful for the vitamin suggestions. I do take vitamins. My doctors have me on a very strict regimen in terms of making sure that all of my blood levels are aligned. My blood is drawn regularly at dialysis. Every Wednesday, I get routine bloods drawn just to double check my labs. Every 3 months, I get all of my heart function bloods drawn. I actually was recommended a supplement called CoQ10. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with it, and that was supposed to assist with my energy and even a little bit of my muscle function. But again, this was something that I tried almost 10 years ago, I want to say. And at that time, I was still walking. And so there were other side effects like edema and swelling in my ankles and my feet that compromised my walking, so I had to stop taking it. But chat the medical team at New York Presbyterian, they really are high alert when it comes to my blood work. They're always monitoring it, and I always joke around that I think I'm gonna outlive all of my family and friends for that very reason. Because anything that comes up, I'm on top of it super super early. Also, that combined with the fact that I just know my body so well, you'll notice I've had pneumonia 3 times so far in 2025, and yet I do a lot better than most, and that's because the second I notice that something is starting in my body, I am getting my treatment, my antibiotics. I am not waiting for it to turn into something worse. David, what's going on? How are you? Happy Tuesday. Alex, definitely rest and regroup. We love you, buddy. We love you so much. Oh, they're coming Saturday. Oh, that's gonna be so exciting. That's gonna be really good for your spirit and your soul. Yeah, David, I think you told us that, right? How are you feeling now, David? Gage, I love you too. I love you too. I love every single one of you. I'm truly so grateful. Again, producer Jennifer and I are so thankful for every single one of you. Everything that you guys do to continue to support us. Whenever we have a rally, you guys really show up and show out, and it just lets me know that you guys really, really care about not just me, but you care about our mission. You care about what we're trying to achieve. Every super, every ruby, every membership join helps us in our mission to move myofibrillar myopathy forward. Staying off the grid! What's up? How are you? Oh, good, 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 good. I'm glad. David, how did that go? That was probably tough to bounce back. But remember, David, so much of it is mental. If you're in a good mental headspace, your body will quickly follow. As Emerald says, I had bilateral pneumonia in 2022. I'm still not the same. Oh, wow. Oh, Alex, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. My siblings do the same. They melt my problems away, too. Ellen, I love you, too. You know I do, boo. So why, even with AI? Long story short, the world is full of amazing things. There's so many wonderful pieces of technology, apps out there that are great, but they are still very limited in terms of assisting people who are truly disabled. We just have to push it just a little bit further. How do we help those people that cannot move at all? How do we make those very things accessible to them without having them pay an arm and a leg? Literally, because guess what? I've already done that. I paid 2 legs and 2 arms. Now what? I still need the help. We have to make these things affordable. We have to make them accessible. For the number 5, power of 5, baby. For example, I need you guys to tag Elon Musk and get me one of those robots. I want to have a caregiver robot. First of all, that would save me a ton of money. Two, we eliminate the issue of me now feeling bad to ask for things because that's a robot. Like I said, Siri, she gets hers. But I promise you, being that that's still in its beta stages, there's going to be some things that I come back and I report and I say, no, this did not go well. She's a sawdust, of course. You're a member. Yvonne said, let's all keep each other in our prayers. Good night, all. I'm falling asleep not because I'm bored, just exhausted. Have a blessed week. Oh, Yvonne, have a good night. Sweet dreams, honey, okay? She's a slot mess. That's very good question. 1010. Producer Jennifer, shout out to you. Set your intentions. She's a slot that's actually, we discussed this a little bit on Sunday. I definitely suggest checking out the recap. There were some really good questions in there. And someone touched on this, I believe. It was CCAF. But, so, she's a slot that said, I know your brother was unable to give you a kidney because of the stones they found. But I'm wondering if those cleared up. And no, they have not. So, being that I'm back on dialysis now 7 years, my brother obviously wanted to attempt to donate again. And so he went for a full checkup, and he has still cut several calcified stones in both kidneys. Now, there is the option for him to do, I believe it's like a cryo laser blast to blast out the stones, but they do not recommend donating a kidney once it's had that amount of calcified stones. Salem Rose, welcome! Oh, I'm so happy that you found me. My name is Christoph. It's so nice to meet you. This is my channel, One Man, Three Hearts, along with producer Jennifer Cascardo, creator of The Heart Trade. I am a fully disabled quadriplegic living on life support as a result of a very rare genetic condition called myopathy. Salem, I have a bunch of videos in my playlist where you can get to learn about my journey and everything that I've been through, as well as the mission that producer Jennifer and I are on to move myopathy forward, raise awareness, and really make a difference in the medical world. Guys, can you please welcome Salem to the Heart Trade family? We would love for you to join our Heart Trade, so please hit that sub button. Yeah, she's a slut. Miss. Beep ba 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 da boo. Oh, see, cop, this was literally one of the highlights of the short documentary. I think everywhere people loved this particular moment in the story. I have a question I forgot to ask last time. Did that boy at the camp who found your scars and pacemaker cool and made you feel accepted ever reach out to you? He's still one of my really good friends. Kyle is still one of my really, really good friends. We spoke just last week. Salem says, nice to meet you too. I'm disabled too, which is why your channel piqued my interest. Oh, Salem, welcome. Welcome. You must be a warrior, that means. I'm really looking forward to getting to know you better, and I'm happy to have you here on the channel with us. Yeah, Kyle is great. Kyle actually has the same dark humor like I do. Yes, guys, I was just about to say, anybody that is curious about the short documentary, the film poster is right up there behind me. If you guys would like to take an interest, you can check it out. The trailer is here on our channel, and the direct link to the documentary itself is in our bio of the homepage. Welcome back, Jane. So guys, we need your help. We need you to help us to keep our channel growing, to keep expanding, to spread our message far and wide, and help us to move myopathy forward. Why? Even with AI, we have to change that. We have to make it absolutely possible with AI. Please, guys, visit our support links in the bio. Tonight's live was sponsored by 5heartsmerch.com. culture series. We have plenty of awesome designs there. You can buy something and go out into the world and represent for our brand. Be like she's a slot mess. Go out with a beanie and everybody asks you, what is that? And you can share the story of One Man, Three Hearts and myofibrillar myopathy. Check out the short documentary. You can also check out our book, One Man, Three Hearts, Nine Lives, and then it started with the heart. Both are available at the quick link in our bio. Help us to rally our GoFundMe. Guys, we need your help. We gotta get that GoFundMe on fire again. Okay, we've slowed down a little bit. We need to pick up momentum. We're about to go into the spring. Let's get that GoFundMe lit. Whatever you can contribute. Okay, if everybody comes together, we can break that next milestone of 50,000. So help us out. Visit the link in our bio for the GoFundMe and donate today. Guys, help us out. Help me in my mission. Help me with all of the expenses to keep me alive. Help me finish my full-length documentary. Guys, donate to my GoFundMe. The link is in my bio, baby. Donate, donate, donate. Okay, I need you guys to get it on fire. We need to light it up. Light that thing up. And don't forget to join my members. We're doing it, Hard Trade. We are getting back to that 300 mark, and then we are going to blow past that and hit 555 members. She's a slot mess. I know my Hard Trade passengers can get it up. Does it still work? Ha 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 ha. Watch my video and find out. Yes! Producer Jennifer, 100 tag an influencer and share One Man, Three Hearts. Help the heart train glow up the track. Let's get it up! Let's get it up! Let's get it up! We are a parental consent compliant channel, guys. C-Cup! Thank you. Yes, producer Jennifer and I, we have that on the list. Just stay tuned. Stay tuned. Okay, surprises are coming. We have lots of amazing things in store. Join the memberships. Set your notifications. Trust me, okay? We are getting ready to go full steam ahead here on the Hard Train. Move MFM. Ellen, we're talking about the GoFundMe. The GoFundMe. Jeez. Salem. No, I think Salem enjoys it. Don't you worry, C-Cop. I got you. I got you. See, Salem's good. Salem's good. Alright, guys. I love you all so much. I appreciate you guys being here tonight. I will see you again. Thursday, members only. Saturday game night. And Sunday, you guys know, is our weekly empowerment. I love you guys. You guys really, really make my life so much easier. Because I'm telling you, the stress is definitely a lot. And it's so good to be able to come into the live streams and share and purge and release and also get your feedback, your suggestions, your support. It's all very, very special to me. LB, hello and good night. Jane, good night. Jane Stevens said, I'm so glad people with disabilities, I wanted to talk about their conditions like wheelchair dad and you. Yes, me too. This is our safe space. This is our bubble for everybody to be able to be open and share judgment free. Jesus on us. Good night. Good night, everybody. Good night, CCOF. Please don't forget to check out our support links. Thank you for all the likes. We really appreciate it. Lefarious, shout out to you with the Ruby gift. W is for Lefarious. And of course, guys, please join me in showing some love to producer Jennifer Cascardo, producer of One Man Three Hearts platforms, the creator of the Heart Train, co-content creator, marketing strategist, the genius behind One Man Three Hearts platforms. Guys, give it up for our producer that always holds us down in the chats, producer Jennifer Cascardo. Producer Jennifer is letting the chat know that we did 12 alive lives in 6 days. How's that for showing up together? Thank you all for attending them all. How did I do with the you-knows tonight, guys? Was it better? Or was I, myofibrillar myopathy is a rare disease, It debilitates the muscles, and I'm on a ventilator. Jesus Christ, Chris. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Christoph. Why you do? Why you do this to me, Christoph? Why? JFK. You see, that's why it's always good to just talk about someone. And producer Jennifer has that mystical power. She mentions one of our members, and they show up. Yeah, we did. We called JFK's essence into the room. Why? Why? Why you do this to me, Dame? JFK, it's good to see you, bud. It's good to see you. We love you, my friend. Guys, pray for me, okay? As I get into my bed with the technology, that my bed does not try to eat me alive tonight. That I'm able to access all the buttons on my phone. That God forbid I don't have any issues where I need to call for an emergency. Because why? Even with AI, must I be scared? JFK, we love you too, buddy. This is a for real family. Alright, guys. Good night and sweetest of dreams to you all. And I will see you very soon. Alright, guys, do me a favor, go check out our videos. If you can check out the videos 6 months or older, comment, like, get those videos going. Let us know what you think. Put some questions in there. And light up that GoFundMe. Get the GoFundMe up. Let's get it up. The link is in the bio. Good night, guys. Oh, tell them about seminars today. That was wild. With the LinkedIn. So I had somebody reach out to me on LinkedIn today for a possible inquiry to have me do a keynote speaking seminar, and it turns out it's a really small world because it was the wife of somebody that I went to high school with. Great guy, great guy. We weren't like in the same circle, but we were definitely cool, and he was a great person, and just for his wife to find me so many years later, well, actually, I found her, but when we reached out to her, I did not realize that she was, I recognized the last name, but I just didn't think that the chances were that she would be his wife. So God willing, that'll all work out, and I could potentially reconnect with my friend again. If I do speak, I would love to have him come to the presentation. That would be a great reunion. Oh! You see, you're still here. You're still here. Salem! Welcome to the Eternal Hearts Car. Guys, we got one more member. Yes! Yes! Salem! Oh, that's amazing. Salem, just to let you know, through our Eternal Hearts Card membership, you have the ability to request to honor or memorialize any of your loved ones who have passed on, but you also have access to priority response to comments and exclusive members only content, members only lives. So, welcome aboard, Salem. Oh, that was awesome. What a great way to end the night. Nathan, thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate that, Nathan. Thank you for following along in my journey. I appreciate you being here. Wow, guys, W's for Salem. W's for Salem. Elle, I'm so glad to see you. I hope that you feel better. And I'm glad that you know you're not blocked. Oh, well, producer Jennifer was saying yes, not just that part. Producer Jennifer said she called and asked me to switch away from content and send an email for a seminar, and then LinkedIn pinged us simultaneously. That's why she scares herself, because producer Jennifer is literally always so in sync. And this is not the first time. This has happened so many times before. Trust me when I tell you. That's skill, baby. That's skill. You know, when you're so on it, you end up scaring yourself. Salem, I'm so glad that you became a member. Welcome. That really means a lot to me. Especially that you are new and you instantly join the team. That really is so sweet. She's a slot mess, right? Totally. Seek out the aura. I'm a big believer in aura and energy overall. I think that that's how the world. Oh, sorry, guys. Emmanuel, that's my cue. All right, guys. Good night. I love you so much. Can I just wipe my nose too, please? My nose, I gotta wipe. Duh. I'm a snot mess. God. I love you guys. Good night. Oh my god, I'm a mess. My voice is going and everything. Bonne nuit. I love you, sweet dreams. Set your notifications to all. And guys, please don't forget to check out the support links, especially the GoFundMe. Let's ramp that back up. Let's keep our momentum going to move MFM forward, baby. I love you guys. Have a great, great night and sweet dreams. Bye.